Game again, signori, game again. Oggi vi ho portato questa serie qui, ovvero Max Payne. Questa sera un uomo distrutto, un uomo completamente annientato dai dolori e dalla perdita della sua famiglia, smantellerà e distruggerà ogni cosa si pari dinanzi a lui. Il perché lo vedremo insieme. Comunque questo videogame, questo videogioco si rifà giustamente ai vecchi Max Payne, quindi Max Payne 1, Max Payne 2, e se non li avete giocati, signori, andateli a giocare perché sono dei fottuti capolavori. E in origine era di Sam Lake il gioco, ideato da lui, scritto da lui e fatto da lui. Poi non so per quale oscuro motivo, forse perché era preso da un altro progetto, si stava dedicando a un altro progetto e ha lasciato tutto, diciamo, il terzo capitolo ha lasciato tutto in mano alla Rockstar, il quale ha fatto un lavoro eccelso, praticamente è riuscito a portare il noir nel Brasile, cioè ambientato in Brasile questo gioco. E la Rockstar è riuscita a trasporre un noir, qual era la New York fredda, cupa e ghiacciata, qual è l'inverno poi newyorkese, stile puro noir in Brasile. Ha trasportato tutto quanto in Brasile, è riuscito a trasfigurarla completamente in Brasile. Questo noir ha fatto un lavoro eccelso, secondo i miei pareri, modesti pareri. A livello tecnico è impressionante. Cosa c'è altro da dire? Signori, lo vedete da soli, un uomo distrutto, un 55enne distrutto, alcolizzato, pieno d'antidolorifici, ricorda parecchio i film d'azione anni 80, tra l'altro, questo gioco, ma parecchio. Io francamente non vedo l'ora di iniziarlo, è sempre un piacere rigiocarlo, ve lo porto sul mio canale. Buona visione e partiamo subito.
So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Say what you want about Americans, but we understand capitalism. You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death. And I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister. I'd arrived in Sao Paulo a few weeks before. I was working a protection detail for the kind of people who need protection in a town like this. And what kind of town was this? One where I didn't speak the language and they didn't water down their drinks. So for now, we seem to get along just fine. Of course, that was about to change.
Hey, brother.
Hey.
How's the cocktail?
Scotch. I never mix my drinks.
Well, at least not on duty.
Something like that.
Man, that favela is big.
Yep. Nothing like the view of extreme poverty to make a penthouse cocktail party really swing.
I guess they call it trickle-down economics.
That's funny.
It's supposed to be a charity thing. Drink and give money. I don't know, something for the kids. Hey, listen, man. We better look lively. This place is a nightmare. They just got cowboys running security downstairs. And something rotten in the air.
That didn't mean much. There was always something rotten in the air. The family we were protecting were local celebrities, rich parasites with delusions of humanity. The kind of people who end up in glossy magazines or body bags, depending on how their luck runs. So where are they all? I see Rodrigo over there talking to that guy.
Yeah, I don't know him. That guy next to him, he's some kind of cop. I think, I'm not sure. Serious, though. Big end cop, anti-gang sort of thing. I can't remember his name.
So who's this guy?
That guy's a plastic surgeon or some kind of surgeon. Tummy tucks and cock implants. Ha! Look at Marcel. Still dances like a fool.
Guess that's what a European education and a coke habit will do for Ricky Martin look-alike.
That's very funny, Max. Oh, excuse me.
I was mostly working for Rodrigo Branco, a local businessman. Built things, did some charity, had things named after him, won awards, owned things, people. One of the trophies he had won was his wife, Fabiana. She was hot and wanted to be dangerous. Some good genes trying to fight their way out of a cesspit. She'd married well and was now at leisure to regret her good fortune. They got along as well as any rich workaholic and his younger airhead wife tend to get along. They mostly ignored each other. She spent a lot of time with his cokehead younger brother, Marcello. He was a good-time guy if your idea of a good time was an expensive suit, a bottle of champagne, and nothing between the ears. The middle brother, Victor, had just walked in. He was a local politician. Guy was smoother than an oil slick on an iceberg and about as toxic. The rest of the crowd, I didn't know, but I could imagine the types. People who know if they drink enough, they won't have to feel guilty about their good fortune. Suddenly, things turned real ugly. Felt like our hangovers arrived right on cue.
What was that? I don't know what the fuck that was. Let's go.
Things had gone from fine to fucked up in about a second, and now there were two idiots at the wheel.
Clear. Got this floor?
Sure.
Look after yourself, bro. Stay safe.
It wasn't my own safety I was concerned about, trophy wife or not. I'd said I would protect the girl. I hoped I hadn't lost my edge, along with everything else. It was time to choose, a nasty fall or a bullet to the head.
Oddio quanto scatta. Scatta troppo. Scatticchia ogni tanto. No. Non te devi girare così, sto scomodo. Vabbè, ci faremo vedere. E il vecchietto ancora se la cava, Scatta troppo, mi si abbassa troppo di frame quando spara.
That was the boss lady. Only this time she wasn't calling for more vodka in her Cosmo. She was out on one of the balconies, and I hoped, not about to be thrown off it.
Where trigger sync. Così. Adesso non si spezza più lo schermo.
Sooner or later, I'd have to go out there and see what was happening.
Don't be stupid! Don't be stupid! Let her go! Let her go! Come on!
It might have been stupidity, drunkenness, or maybe both. But before I knew it, I was back taking insane risks, trying to save fallen women.
Don Quixote.
Tranquila! Tranquila! Nós cuidamos disso.
Nice work! Hey, you need a hand?
No, you? Who the hell's Rodrigo?
I don't know, man. Thanks.
Somebody's gotta go find him.
Está tudo sob controle agora. Fica tranquilo.
Fica tranquilla. Fica tranquilla. Madonna, a vedere che significa fica tranquilla.
I imagined the elevator doors opening to a firing squad of muzzles. As far as I could see it, the one thing my plan had going was that no one else would be stupid enough to pull this move.
Vagamente.
What have you done with him?
Tua. State giocando col newyorkese sbagliato.
Once Bronco was out the door, all bets were off. I had to keep moving.
Beh, questo ci potrebbe tornare utile. La rosata che si apre, bam. Distrutto, guarda. Questo potrebbe tornare ancora più utile.
It looked like they were taking him out through the basement. Maybe I still had a shot. Rodrigo was too rich a prize for them to throw away. Sure, I'd have to work hard to get him back, but I knew the bad guys would want the boss alive almost as much as I did. control box was on the wall to the left of the gate. The great thing about being famous as well as rich is the bad guys know who to kidnap. Another parking lot rattling with gunfire. Was I too late?
Sei pazzo. Ti entra nell'occhio.
Rodrigo!
Everything is
Redini è
okay.
diventato quello. Due.
You're okay. You're okay.
No,
Come on, get up. Come on, get up.
Se la cava.
You're okay. Come with me. Just come on. It's okay. Just all right. It's okay.
Ei, vocês aí! Que porra vocês estão fazendo? A justiça local?
Que porra você acha que é, falando com meus homens assim?
Você acha que tem o direito de matar as pessoas a sangue
Si
frio,
capisce un
velho?
cazzo.
Cala,
Si
porca,
gente
Cusel.
cose che
Continua
della
dando
rockstar
buchi.
ci hanno messo i sottotitoli
Non
in
voglio
portoghese
continuare
che
a
giustamente
chiamare.
parlano portoghese e tu essendo Max Payne americano non capisci un cazzo di quello che stanno a dire. Giusto.
Chama uma ambulância!
Però io che sono italiano non capisco una minchia, vorrei capire.
Fuck.
Vabbè.
You did good, Max.
You say
Penso
so.
che solo si sia inculato perché non può ammazzare la gente
Hey,
così
what could be better, huh? The good guys are
liberatamente.
reunited, and the Commando Sombra are dead.
I guess. So who's this guy?
I don't know. Some kind of cop. Different branch of the police. Not UFE, but normal cops. I don't know about
infatti.
this stuff, politics. Everywhere politics. Shit, Max, you look kind of beat up. Let's get this lot home, and then I'll get you home too. Come on.
Back home, it was time for some R&R, the only way I knew how.
Vai giù, antidolorifice e alcol, vai. C'è un uomo totalmente distrutto. Il suo fegato proprio manco a parlarne. Stordito come una pignatta presa ammazzate da
And with
20
that,
bambini
I guess I was
insieme.
ready for bed.
Sembra un po' io quando mi sono rotto i coglioni. Il meglio del peggio.
A couple of days later, it was back to work. ferrying the boss's broad and his dipshit of a brother out for the night so they could recover from their brush with mortality. Then again, what did I expect? These were the kind of people who went to nightclubs in helicopters. Fabiana had brought her sister along, presumably so she could show off just how rich and empty her life was. And boy, was she about to learn the meaning of rich and empty.
Max! Max! I was speaking to you.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was saying we get into a lot of scrapes, man.
Well, we're still here.
Hey!
Thanks to you, Max. I owe you my life.
Boom. It wasn't just him, huh, baby?
Oh, yes, Marcel. I'm sure you did a lot to save everyone. You were probably worried about getting blood on your stash.
Very funny.
Thank you, Max. I don't know what I would do without my sister.
Spend even more time doing something useful. You know she works in the favela. She's the good sister.
Oh, shut up. What did you hear, Baba? More bodies turned up, more people went missing. Well, it's horrifying.
Can someone say Buzz Q?
Hey.
I'm just kidding, but it is a cool town, man. Hey, here we are. Saúde!
Yes, Apple Can, testona.
Love this place.
Vabbè, stiamo là, un po' più nero però stiamo là.
I love this view. It's a real chill place to hang, you know? Do a little business, have some fun. I need it too. I've been working far too hard. Like a whore during Fleechy Weeky, as my roommate used to say. You like that, Max?
That's pretty funny.
Marcelo, Fabiana, it's been too long.
Você se lembra da minha irmã, Giovanna?
Claro que sim, Fabiana. I'm glad you are still with us. Come, I heard what happened. I've missed you. I would have called, but you know how it is. Didn't want it to bother you. Hey, Marcelo, I think I might have an interesting investment for your brother. We'll call him up, homie. I haven't seen him for a while. Last week was Fashion Week. My God, Egypt, but so beautiful. You know Anastasia? Oh yeah, I know Anna.
Mo che ero diventato scemo, ero cacciato la pistola e ammazzavo tutti in mezzo a sto casino.
Your table, nothing but the best. Nothing but the second best. Why can't we sit over there, man? I love you, but Claudio booked in advance. Claudio? Fucking Claudio, he isn't even any good. If he were good, he'd be in Barcelona, Milan, he couldn't make it in Germany. Now he comes back here and acts like fucking royalty. I'll introduce you. Nah, need precisa. Just give me a bottle of champagne, eh?
This kind of place made me want to puke. I needed a real drink to deal with the electronic music and the robotic people.
Fucking monkey from a fucking slum. He acts cool with me. What's that? Nothing. Say, Max, you're a man of the world. What are you fucking doing, man?
About what?
What do you do about life?
Look at me, I'm standing in a nightclub, listening to music I can't stand. I'm 5,000 miles from home, I'm armed and I'm drinking. You don't want to listen to advice from me, amigo.
Oh, Max, I love you, man. You're fucking real, you know? Oh, shit. People. Fuck them. People get me wrong. I think I love a wrong woman.
Fabio! Fabio! Ah, my nigga, how are you? What you been, Mo? What you been?
Thank God he had left. A minute more of his drivel and I would have had to put a bullet in him myself. It soon turned out I wasn't the only one.
Questa scena è degna del trappola di cristallo, e non è facile qua, niente proprio. Cazzo stai? No, ho visto.
I hadn't seen it coming, but that was no surprise. It's hard to keep your eye on the ball through the bottom of a glass. I just hoped I could get to Fabiana and Giovanna in time. I knew if I didn't get to the girls soon, they'd be leaving this place with either a price on their heads or a tag on their toes.
Adesso potrei mettere un attimo impostazioni, comandi, stira mouse, sensibilità, accelerazione mossa, no? Facciamo così, vediamo un po'. Ok.
Damn it.
Ricordo. No. Dove cazzo devo andare?
Who was I trying to kid? I was behind the pace a decade ago, and the past 10 years hadn't been kind. I was never gonna get to Fabiana and Giovanna in time.
Come fallito? Che Cristo stai a Dio? Ragazzi, vai. Dai un...
I hadn't seen it coming, but that was no surprise. It's hard to keep your eye on the ball through the bottom of a glass. I just hoped I could get to Fabiana and Giovanna in time. The doors had been chained shut. I didn't need my Portuguese for Beginners phrase book to work out what was going on. The guy making the noise was the boss. He was sending them around to cut me off from the other side. And sure enough, a few seconds later, I had some company on the dance floor.
Porca troia.
There had to be another way out through the VIP lounge. Rich fools love a private exit.
Via. Lasciatemi perdere. Bisogna...
Poor bastard's name was Claudio. I found out later he was a pretty big shot soccer player for the Galatians. Some nearly superstar just back from Europe. The usual. Scored goals, scored girls. The only box he'd be getting into now was the one he'd be leaving in.
Vattene a fanculo. No, quello... Fanculo. Non c'è qua. Non c'è qua. Niente, impostazioni, gioco, comandi, mouse, comodo, così dovrebbe andare meglio.
Hey, Sao Paulo's favorite bodyguard. How's it going, bro?
It's not good. Some guys took Giovanna and Fabiana.
What? Jesus, Max. Hey, I'm on my way.
No, stay in the chopper. We'll need a way out of here. I'll go find the girls.
Quest'uomo non ci ha mai avuto pace. Dall'età di 27 anni, 30 anni, fino adesso non ci ha mai avuto pace. Mai avuto pace. E a New York lo hanno ammazzato. Dio, c'è un cazzo. A New York lo vanno per fuori. A New Jersey lo vanno per fuori. In Brasile lo fanno fuori. E che cazzo. Che cazzo avrei fatto mai per male? Nonostante sia vecchio in culo questo gioco, fa ancora quella sporca figura. Ragazzi, veramente, se non ci avete giocato, giocate, sembra un gioco da adesso. Ma è un gioco da adesso. Un gioco che pare uscito ieri.
This wasn't looking good. I'd almost lost the boss's wife once this week. Now I was giving them 2 for the price of 1. All this unfinished business, and all I could think about was my unfinished scotch.
Don't shoot, por favor.
You an American?
Sure. Yeah, I'm from Steele, North Dakota, just outside of Bismarck. Anders Detling. This is some place, huh? They told me it was a little fresh, but I wasn't expecting things to be quite like this.
No?
No, see, I've seen things. I was a cop for 25 years. I've seen men run over by combines. I've seen husbands who just ate their wives, but a gunfight at a disco.
You were a cop?
Yeah, just retired. Oh, what a life that was. And it gave me the money to raise a family. Well, I got a girl at college at Wisconsin and a boy who's playing football for Minnesota State. You want to see their picture?
No, that's all right. Sounds nice. Listen, you're staying here. Don't be a hero.
Tutto
Oh, I
bellissimo.
won't. I'm retired.
Sono in
Happy,
pensione.
healthy ex-cop? Give me a break.
Mamma mia.
Chega! Que porra você tá fazendo? Como assim? Você tá com algum problema,
Whatever the
cara?
hell they were arguing about, it was time for me to add my 2 cents.
Vamos, porra!
Che puttana.
Para com isso, porra!
They were still alive, at least. This crew was starting to look a lot like friends of the gatecrashers at last week's party. These guys had some real issues with the Broncos. They were back to finish the job. I figured it was time to start doing mine.
frutta e puta. Cazzo. EPIA. Sempre senza antidolorifici, mi raccomando.
This wasn't the time to be second-guessing myself. I had to hurry or I'd lose them.
Cala a boca, sua vadia! Está ali! Cala a boca, sua puta! Vamos!
They were headed for the helicopter pad. I had to get to the roof before Giovanna and Fabiana left on a one-way flight. I knew this was going to be a bad idea, but in the continued absence of any good ones, I decided to go with it.
Ma che cazzo l'ho fatto? Ciao Fabiano.
What a view. I guess my time in Sao Paulo wasn't quite the paid holiday in the sun I'd been promised. At least I was getting shot at by a better class of psychopaths. These guys weren't messing around. This place was like Baghdad with G-strings. A couple of more seconds and I'd have given some poor street cleaner a crappy start to his day. Now, I had a ride to catch.
Pull me up! Porra, pelo amor de Deus! All I said!
Come on, come on! Jesus, Max, I can't leave you alone for 5 minutes! What the hell happened in there?
They jumped us! Same guys from the party, I think. They grabbed the girls, and Marcelo, but he's here now.
Yeah, don't worry about me, homie. I'm just the guy paying you lots of money to protect me.
Yeah, what were you drinking?
Bet your ass I was. You try staying in there for 5 minutes sober.
Hey, olha!
Look, there they are!
Giovanna!
Quick, get after them!
Are you crazy? We can't just leave her! Max, you gotta do something! Come on! Get the rifle back there!
Ecco, non sbloccato.
She's making a run for it!
Hey, hold on! Bring it around!
Move, you're gonna lose her!
Max! Shoot that bastard! Doing something, man!
Stay on her!
Don't worry, I see her!
What's Rodrigo going to say when he finds out about Fabiana?
What they're gonna say when he finds out his youngest brother died in a tragic helicopter accident? Now, Max! He's gonna shoot!
No, ma porca la puttana ladra, ma perché non l'ha preso? Vattene a fanculo.
We get out of this alive? You're good, fire!
Is that a promise?
No, te spari, non te piglia. Guarda! Mannaggia, madonna, non comincia a bestemmiare. Non comincia a rosicare, Ecco Dio,
Why is it ever since I started paying for protection, I feel a whole lot less protected?
You really want to talk about this now?
Ah, mo l'ha preso, ma pattanazzo.
She's headed for the roof! Gotta get around this thing!
How is this getting around it? I'm mutant! Oh, look! Look! There she is there!
La cosa lo tira, va. Tanta pupa.
Eu não disse que eu ia te pegar. Você foi fácil demais.
Gonna kill him, Max!
Just headed inside, Passos. Get us down there.
Right. I'm headed to the helipad.
Stop! Look out! Max! Max!
Max!
Max!
Due. Cazzo,
There was a goddamn army of these goons. Clearly, somebody wanted these girls
ma gli
bad.
mercenari.
Or maybe they just assumed the Broncos security team consisted of more than a drunk American has-been that a Brazilian never was, who should have paid more attention in flying school. Either way, I needed to find Giovanna before they did.
Reni a 50 passanti, insomma, mi sembra anche giusto.
Isso está ficando vergonhoso! Ela não vale a pena. Temos a mulher do branco. Foi por isso que viemos aqui. O Serrano vai cortar nosso saco se ela escapar! Vou gostar de matar essa puta! Me dá cobertura! Me dá cobertura! Me acertaram!
Porco due. Non sapravo.
Me dá cobertura! Desce, antes que eu pegue ele! Sem com medo desse filho da puta!
Che figlio da puta al cazzo. Io. Diversi che sta, non la fa più perché sta a tocco. Tokyo. Non ci arrivo da qua. Vola, per sicurezza. Non ho mai saputo nella vita.
The odds on Giovanna still being alive were getting worse by the second, and if Fabiana wasn't dead already, I was guessing pretty soon she'd start wishing she was. I was up for one god-awful performance review. This was a mess. Where the hell was Passos? We were two failed cops failing miserably at being bodyguards. He approached everything with about as little preparation as I did. Maybe that's why we got along.
Giovanna! Giovanna!
Max! Over here! What's happening? Where were you?
Are you all right?
What, do I look all right?
Don't worry, we're gonna get you out of here.
Passos, where is he? Is he okay?
Need to make a quick detour. He's fine. He's right there.
Oh my god. It's Raul!
Giovanna!
Raul!
What the hell are you doing?
Giovanna! Hey! No, nothing. Go.
Seems like I wasn't the only guy around here who had taken his eye off the ball.
Are you okay?
My weakness was the drink. Passos was the sister. Things were turning pretty ugly in this town. The boss's girl was gone, and part of me wished I was too.
Eccoci qua. La distruzione. Vai giù. Vai con Laulin. Antidolorifici a Gogo, ecco due. Pure. Sei lercio, amico.
Well, what choice do we have? We have never paid out ransoms before. But I don't know. I don't like the feeling of this. What about you, Max?
I don't know. I'm no expert on hostage negotiations. I know people who are, but they're in America.
We don't have time for America.
I know you're right, Marcelo. It's not like I don't have the money to pay.
Father made a lot of money. We have always been targets. We all know that. But much as it pains me, I don't see we have a choice. Maybe after we pay, we find out who did it. We have them... But we all know what I'm saying.
Who do you think is targeting your family?
Haters.
Who can say? Life in this country is not easy, you can see that. I have tried to do business the right way, but that's not always possible. Of course I made enemies, but I've also paid a lot of bribes. I have no idea.
It's probably that street gang trying to get at me.
I don't know. People I know have tried to reach out to this group. Comando Sombra. They're not from any of the favelas around here. They're linked to the drug business. Now, what have I got to do with drugs? Nothing.
Everybody loves money.
I just want my wife back.
We can take the money to them.
Sem fazer barulho, sem fazer cagada, hein? Estou ali, pô! Ei, vocês aí, parados, filho da puta!
Here they come.
Parado aí! Parado! Bota essa arma no chão!
Hey, put the gun down. Put down your gun.
Bota essa arma no chão agora!
Slow, slow, slow.
Não faça nada, estúpido! Me mostra o dinheiro!
What's he saying?
Open the bag. Show me it's full of money.
Depressa, porra, depressa!
Easy, pal, easy.
Vem!
Ecco, pure una palla.
Apparently someone up in the nosebleeds didn't like the game we were playing. The money was gone, and I was next if I didn't get off that field. The bullets came from long range.
Veramente, manco Bruce Willis sta così.
They were well-armed professionals, and I was starting to feel decidedly amateur.
You okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. There's got to be a first-aid kit around here somewhere.
I've been shot more times than I could remember. But this felt different. Maybe fate was sending me a message. trying to tell me my luck was finally about to run out. Or maybe I just severed an artery and was bleeding out like any number of fools who got shot playing with guns. Either way, I was failing fast. Shit! At least one of us had a gun now. That raised our chances of survival all the way from nil to slim.
Oh, move it, man, move it!
The guy with the bag must have got hit. He's bleeding all over the place.
He's not the only one. Come on. I think he went this way.
So this was it. My easy retirement money. My blood-stained 401k. A chance to drink for free while chaperoning socialites around town and making sure the poor people...
Guarda, il nome più azzeccato per te non lo vuoi.
You see there, Grandpa? Come on. I'm getting flashbacks to that wedding we worked in Aruba.
Yeah, back to the good old days when I thought I might actually like this job. Dumb sport.
Oh, vabbè, c'è. Alzo le mani.
Careful, my friend. That's blasphemy in this town.
Che sport stupido, raga. Io alzo le mani. Tanto di cappello.
You okay, bro?
Never better. Whose idea was this anyway?
Yeah, I wonder.
Rosicato.
Is it bad?
Could be a lot worse.
Guarda Peter Griffin.
Right.
Here we go.
Put the sleeve on, come on. All right, don't be a pussy.
So what now?
We make sure that the right clowns get the money.
What the hell do you think that was? Tried to gate crash our little wine and cheese party.
I have no idea. This is Sao Paulo, brother. Could be anyone.
Anyone with access to high-powered sniper rifles and trained killers.
That's pretty much everyone.
Great. So what now, Einstein?
Well, I guess we get these Comando Sombra their money and make sure they know we did not try to trick them otherwise. Fabiana, she won't come back in such good shape.
Caralho, mano, não faço ideia, foi uma cilada, cara. Nós precisamos sair daqui, vamos vazar, vamos, vamos! Onde é a saída, pô?
Come on, come on.
Eu sabia que essa porra ia dar merda. Quem foi o filho da puta que teve essa ideia de estádio? Cala a boca, porra! Se concentra, caralho!
As freaked out as we are.
Giocato come Cristo. Signori, questa live finisce qui. Io vi ringrazio di aver visualizzato, se l'avete fatto, e se chi vedrà il video, se gli piacerà, io continuerò a portarlo. Basta farlo sapere con un like o meno, con un like. Però se volete lasciare un dislike perché mi è piaciuto, capisco, e va bene pure un dislike, insomma a vostra discrezione. Se volete iscrivetevi al canale. Dal vostro Frank e Mazza Negare è tutto, ci vediamo la prossima settimana con Max Payne 3. Ciao ragazzi, fate i buoni.